Hello everyone, in this episode we will start the LV age. Between videos, I collected some resources for this video. They are currently smelting. I hope this will be enough for the first machines. First we need a few circuits to be able to start the low voltage age. It seems that I forgot to mine some redstone for the red alloy cables. Well, I'll be back in a few moments. For people who don't know, GregTech is splitted between multiple stages, beginning with low voltage. Since this pack skips the Steam age on easy mode, Greg normally goes until ultimate voltage and has 8 stages, but Monifactory adds extra 4 stages after ultimate voltage and it ends with maximum voltage. Now I'm gonna craft some red alloy for the circuits, using the redstone that we recently collected. Then I went to chop down some trees for more resin. While the red alloy is cooking, let's make some copper wires for the vacuum tubes. I also put some sand to make glass. Then I used some more copper to make some fine wires, crafting some circuit boards. Then I continued it by crafting some glass panes with some of the glass. I used an inefficient recipe for no reason, and crafted again some fine cable for resistors. Then I went and searched for sugar cane for paper. After not finding any canes, I decided to buy some with mono coins. It was really cheap anyway. I expanded the farm to have more production because I will need a lot of sugar cane, and crafted some paper with the rest of it. With the paper I crafted some resistors. Then I finally realized that the classic glass recipe is more efficient, giving 4 more glass at every 12. Then I crafted some steel dust for the bolts. Then my power went out, so I wasn't able to play until tomorrow. The power outage happened again while editing this video. The next day I started playing again and crafting the bolts needed for the circuit. Half of the vacuum tubes that I wanted to craft are finished. Then the other half. And finally finishing crafting the 8 circuits that I was planning. If that seemed tedious, wait to see what's coming next. The first problem we have is that Gregtech uses EU power instead of RF, so we need to converter. Also there are amperes that tell how many machines you can use at the same time. I will go with 4 amperes. First I will make the wires needed. Then I will isolate the cables with rubber. We also need 1 red alloy one. Then I've made the steel casing. And finally the converter. I also put some chests down for the electronic stuff. I also extended the farm. I chose to make a battery buffer to store power. It looked easy to make. I initially thought I needed a mallet to change from EU to RF to EU, but apparently not. Now we only need some batteries for the buffer. But we will need some lithium and antimony, which I don't currently have. Lithium currently can only be obtained by buying it. And I wasn't able to find antimony. But, I collected some quartz from this building, we will need it later in the game. And I also find a meteorite, and to be honest it's pretty small. But we will need it later. I bought the stibnite, which is antimony, and the lithium that I needed. Then I crushed it with some lead to make battery alloy. I make it into plates and crafted 4 batteries. Then I applied the lithium. And I went to the next chapter. And the first machine is the wire mill, which recipe looks very complicated. So I used the ME recipe tree to better view the recipe. The wire mill will help us to make cheaper recipes. I also forgot to keep the motors to be detected by the Quest. So I decided to craft them again. I will also use the wire mill this time. I like the new GUI design of the wire mill. Then I decided to make the bending machine for cheaper plates. This one is quite expensive. Then I went to mining iron because I used it all of it. Then I decided to replace the chest with ingots with an iron barrel because it was getting full. Back to crafting machines, I chose to craft the lathe for cheaper rods. Lastly, I claimed the rewards. Thanks for watching.